Sairam. This is extract from a talk given by Anandamayi Ma, and the title is Seeking Divine Joy. God alone is truth, happiness, bliss. Do not set your hopes on anything except supreme beatitude, the bliss of the self. Nothing else exists. What seems to exist outside of it is merely an illusion. When the time comes for our retirement, we retire with a pension. Just as in the hope of getting a pension, we work uninterruptedly in our office for so many years. In the same way, try to take God's name uninterruptedly with each and every breath you take. Only then you will get that permanent peace which all crave for. Therefore, I say, keep your attention towards Him. Go on doing your work with full force. You will also get a full reward then. In the beginning, one has to start practicing little by little, like children. Even if one feels no inclination, still one should practice. After that, when gradually one develops a habit of doing the practice, one cannot give it up anymore. In this way, go on practicing, each one of you, the japa of your Ishta mantra of your Ishta Devata in rhythm of your each breath. Ma continues, divine grace is all the time showering like the rain. One should do a little bit of spiritual practice just in order that one is able to grasp it. The little bit of power you have, employ that. Employ that sincerely. Read sacred texts. Take His name. Do japa. As much as you have power to do, go on doing. After that, He is there to do all that is to be done. Someone asks Ma, can we ask God for wealth, prestige, a rise in service, etc.? Or is such a prayer to be avoided? Ma answers, I maintain, if you wish to ask for a boon, why not to do so from God Himself? Confront Him with whatever you possess. He is ever merciful and grants all boons. Whatever people ask of Him is granted to them. There is a story which you may already know about. Somebody, while walking along, took refuge under a tree that grants all boons. But he was not aware of this fact. He was tired after walking, so he thought, "Oh, if now I could get a cool breeze, I would be saved." Immediately, with the thought, a cold, fresh breeze started flowing, and his weariness was abated. Then he wished for a bath and food. With that thought, bathing water and food arrived. From where all those were coming was incomprehensible to him. Whatever it may be, after having a nice bath and food, he wished to lay down, and at once he saw an exquisite bed, complete with bedding, had arrived. With great joy, he lay down on the bed. Then he thought, "Well, the bed with bedding is fine, but if there was someone to massage my feet and hands, then I would be very comfortable." At that instant, with that thought, a servant arrived and started massaging his hands and feet. Seeing all this, he thought all this was very amusing. He was getting whatever he wished for. He thought, "I am getting all that I want. But now if a robber arrives and takes away all my wealth after beating me, I will be put to great hardship." Instantly, a robber arrived and after beating him mercilessly, took all his wealth and went away. The moral is that if you wish to ask a boon from God, then you must ask for Him Himself, because by getting Him, you will get everything else. Suppose you wish for a son, and with the wish you want for God and obtain His mercy, you will find that everybody's son is your son. Hence, there will be no difference between your son or other people's son. So, if you pray to God and ask for God Himself, along with Him, Ma says, you will get everything in this earth because everything is created by Him. So why settle for something lesser than God Himself? Ma continues, the same applies to wealth, prestige and promotions, because all these are inherently contained in God. By getting His grace, you get everything. If you wish for wealth, you will get wealth. But wealth is a poison. Pain inevitably follows wealth. Well, this is also His mercy. By giving a person pain, He turns the person towards Him. Unquote. Ma says, pain turns the person towards God. Why ask for all those material things, get them, and also get pain or misery along with them, and then turn towards God and cry out to God and seek God? Instead, ask for only God in the first instance itself. No need for anything else. Having said that, whatever God gives, happiness or misery, take as His gift. Then nothing in the world can give you grief. You remember of that small pour on prasadam many years before. Ma continues. Furthermore, if God is mixed up with pain and sorrow, these are never the causes for pain and sorrow. If you learn to look upon God as merciful in whatever condition you are, if you think that, oh God, whatever happiness I am getting is your gift, you are appearing in front of me and in plenitude, even if it is pain, then you will realize that nothing in the world can afford to give you grief. You will then realize God in all His magnificence and be immersed in peace and supreme bliss. Ma says, or Ma receives a letter from a devotee in which the devotee writes, while I was near you, I forgot all about my home. I did not give a single thought to my family affairs and cares. But the nearer the train carries me to my home, the more my domestic hopes and worries crowd into my mind. Dear ones, does it not happen to all of us? When we are in the abode of peace, Prashanti Nilayam, we don't have even the thought of our own spouse, even if the spouse may be sitting in the other side. We don't have any thought about our family, our past, our present, our agonies, our sorrow, anything. But as soon as we step out of Ganesha gate and reach the airport, in those days reach Dharmavaram station, all our miseries, all our thoughts about, all our worries about our family, our job, everything creeps in. What Ma replies to this letter? She says, or she writes, just as thoughts about your home crowd into your mind as you draw nearer to your dwelling place, so also she converts even that to an opportunity and says, so also the closer you get to God, the greater grows the joy derived from the ever increasing varieties of experiences of the divine. So she compares what comes to our mind when we draw away from God and think about the world, our family, vis-a-vis what happens to us, what comes to us when we draw ourselves closer to God. And she continues, indeed, as you advance towards your real home, you realize more and more of this joy. Your own real home is God's home, is where the God resides. Why don't you make Him your Hridaya Nivasi so that day in and day out, every minute of yours is filled with that divine joy. She ends with these lines in her letter, reply to that letter. You are on the way to finding yourself, be it as a servant of the Lord, or as a part of Him, or as the one self, as Hanuman says. As I am your servant when I am serving you at thy feet, O Rama. When I meditate on you, I realize beautifully that I am a part of you, Vishishta Advaita. And then ultimately, in the peak culmination of my meditation, I realize that I and you are one. You must seek what will take you to a single reality, the state of undifferentiated being, of oneness, where nothing remains to be known, nothing remains to be attained. Salutations to such realized masters as Ma. Jai Sai Ram.